Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with a value versus cost comparison of the OneUpBox and SciFi Block that we got.
Right. And I guess SciFi Block will stand in as a surrogate for Nerd Block in general because they tend to give the same value. But this is, even though this is not their May blocks, we got both of these in May, and we're going to compare them because even though we've subsequently gotten the OneUpBox, it's given us a bit more time to look up some of the values or investigate some of the values of the OneUpBox exclusives.
Yeah.
All right, so, and because they're exclusive, we had to make our best guess, and we'll tell you where we got our price estimates from, which is a long way of saying that we're kind of going with US cost and values because a lot of these aren't available on Amazon.ca like they are on Amazon.com. But we'll be making some comments from a Canadian perspective.
Yeah, and it's easier to crunch the numbers with shipping and everything just from US standpoint,
and
considering that's where most of our viewers are too.
And we've gotten back to doing some annotations, and the numbers now are a little different from when we first unboxed them because we were able to do a little bit more digging around and find some discounted prices, mostly on Amazon.com. Okay, so this is OneUpBox versus SciFi Block. So we'll start with the OneUpBox box. you know,
the Nerd Block's got us branded pretty good.
Yeah. So OneUpBox, we'll start with the Luigi plushie, which we were able to find for $10.94 at Amazon.com. There's the Ant Race drawstring bag. It's an exclusive, so we had to give it an estimate. We said, what, maybe $5?
Yeah, which we're not 100% sure. Like, this kind of thing is the kind of thing where you might see it promotionally, but it also is the kind of thing where it's pretty decent fabric quality too. It might actually end up being a little more or a little less, but you guys know where that number's coming from.
And if you think we're pricing stuff too high or lowballing it, let us know in the comments too. We're always curious about where people are coming from as far as what they think something's worth.
Yeah, and the most important thing is if we don't know what its exact value should be, we will tell you that so you guys can make your own educated guess.
Alright, so this was a Munchkin, according to the little card inside. A Munchkin, not a Minion like we thought. A sticker.
But it totally looks like a Minion, and we couldn't find what a Munchkin was that looked like this, so it was...
So we're giving it maybe a $2 estimated value?
It might just be so it's not, like, branded.
Right. Here's a Kirby Stress Ball. And this was interesting, too, because I would have actually priced it a lot lower, but I was able to find this having sold. So these are completed sales on eBay, not just people who were asking for it, of $5.99, and there were a couple of them, actually.
So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's not
more value than we'd put on it, but obviously not more value than other people would put on it.
And it might have been because it resembles an older Kirby Stress Ball that actually has more collectible value, but it was clear from the listings that they were selling not the older one. Alright, so we've got a Yoshi egg coaster.
Pretty well designed. Nice material.
Also another exclusive, so we gave it an estimate. Yeah, cork, right?
Yeah.
So we gave that an estimated value of $2.
I think that's pretty reasonable, though.
And this button, actually, I forgot to give this an estimated value. What do you think? Like, because it's promotional.
I think it's hard to put a value on the button,
cents.
but I wouldn't put any value on the button at all. But
enough.
it's kind of nice, and it's kind of free ad space, so it's hard to tell like whether people will actually want that kind of thing.
Okay, and here's the mashup of Ant-Man, Mario, Luigi, Peach, all that. So this was their Shortcake Party t-shirt, and we're estimating that at $16 as a sort of the similar price to what you'd pay for the Shirt Punch t-shirt that you get in Nerd Block.
Yeah.
So when you take that all into account, what you've got is a total estimated value. I feel like Price is Right. Total estimated value of 41, or just some game show, you know, like Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
$41.93, and again we're talking US dollars. So the total cost of it would have been $12.92 plus $7 shipping for $19.92, which means that you're basically getting more than twice the value, like 110% premium. Now, if you use the coupon AWESOME to get an extra $3 off if it's your first block, that's $17, $16.92. So you get 150% premium, which is 2.5 times the cost, which is pretty damn good.
So it's interesting because, like, you know, the OneUpBox definitely is smaller, but it still has most of the kind of heavy-hitting value items that that the other blocks have, and it just has kind of a different quality of the other fillers, which is really what it comes down to is if you want everything a little bit more premium, but for a little bit more money, or if you're fine with like, you know, a cool coaster, a stress ball, that kind of thing, which turns out actually have a decent amount of value.
Yeah.
But just might seem a little less substantial to you.
So the key is, if we're looking at it in Canada, some of them are, especially exclusive, right? Some of them are not going to be available in Canada. And if they are, it's often higher price. And if you take into account the exchange rate, which burns us a bit, the cost and the value would go up.
Yeah.
So it's not, as far as just value goes, that's not too bad. So we'll move on to this May's SciFi Block. And we'll take a look at the Star Trek Spock Funko Reaction action figure, which was actually pretty good. I know that I was looking at some of the comments on their Facebook site. Apparently a lot of people had the same problem with the little blister part of it not being attached, and I think that's actually a feature, not a bug. Keeps the packaging nice. Oh, and it's $7.51 from an Amazon.com seller, so not Amazon.com itself. Or you can look at the price of $9.99, which is what you get it at Big Bad Toy Store. This is interesting. Okay, so this is a Star Wars Wacky Wobbler, and despite what we said on the unboxing, this actually is a Funko product, even though it's not listed as such on. Oh, it is on the bottom.
Oh, there we go. We didn't see it.
The branding was not nearly as obvious. But what's interesting is that the list price is higher, somewhere around $10 to $15. But we were able to find it for $4 on Amazon.com. So that's the value that we're going to go with.
So it looks like somebody else is also selling it for cheaper.
Yeah. The official name of this is a Star Wars Chewbacca can koozie, and we found this on Amazon.com for $9 US.
Which is weird that the Funko, what seems like the really kind of high quality thing, is worth less than the koozie because it was on sale.
I know. You're absolutely right.
So our final number is going to be lower because of that.
Yeah, so we're always going in with the lower number.
But to me, that has more value than the listed value for us. Like, I would pay more than that amount for the bobblehead.
If you look at the bobblehead in Amazon.ca, this is one of the few things I looked. You're paying like between $15 and $20 for that.
Yeah,
but that's
to me that sounds like what it's supposed to be worth. But we will go with the cheaper price because we found a price for cheaper, and we're not going to overestimate the value.
So this is a Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Funko keychain on Amazon.com. It was $6.23. You've got Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 with the new introduction by Neil Gaiman. So you've got a cover price of $15.99 US, and what is in Canada? $20.99. But we were able to find it for $9.21 on Amazon.com, so that's the value that we're going with. The art print, which we couldn't find it retail. We found like they had the fancier one where it was like a limited edition by, I think it's Tim Doyle, for Futurama, and we gave that an estimated value of what, like $5, I think, right?
Yeah.
And BB on board, with a little silhouette of BB-8. We thought reasonable estimated value would be $3 for that. So with the low prices that were given, actually, it turns out that the total value of the SciFi Block was $59.95. It almost seems like it was meant to be.
Yeah, so it's still a little bit more than 1UpBox, but it's less than it would have been if we're looking at everything at full retail value.
Or the other way around. It would be more if we were looking at.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it would be no. Yeah, this is less than it would be if we were looking at full retail value of everything.
So the total value $59.95, so almost $60. The total cost is $19.99 plus $10 shipping, and so the value is about twice. It's 100% premium of value over the cost.
Yeah, on the best prices for all of these.
Right. If you use the coupon EARLYBIRD20 to get 20% off the box price, that ends up being $15.99 plus $10, or total $26.99, and that improves it a bit, like 120-something% premium as opposed to the 150% on 1UpBox. Now, the key part for us, so we're talking about all this from U.S. perspective because the largest part of our audience, not a majority, but a plurality of our U.S. or of our audience is from the U.S., so that matters more to them. But from a Canadian perspective, which is us, shipping of the 1UpBox costs an extra $10 to Canada, and it's the same for SciFi Block. It's no different. So that makes it a much better consideration if you're in Canada.
Yeah, so if you're in Canada, the SciFi Block definitely wins. If you're in the US, the 1UpBox wins by like not a huge margin, but a decent margin each time.
So it's not a knockout punch, but it's definitely really good value, especially since you're putting out less.
Yeah, because if you don't have the money to spend like $30 a month, then 1UpBlock is definitely the obvious choice. If you still have 1UpBox. 1UpBox is definitely the obvious choice if you want to spend some money, but you want to spend less money.
Now the other thing to keep in mind, every once in a while, Nerd Block and SciFi Block has a promotion, and I think there's one right now where they have a welcome t-shirt, and sometimes for a while they had a welcome box. So it's an added value for somebody who's starting their collection and they're starting their subscription service.
Yeah, so if you're deciding who to go with and you got the money and you want a little bit maybe higher quality fillers potentially, and you want an extra free t-shirt, then...
I forgot to say, the t-shirt was $16.
Oh,
I totally forgot.
sorry.
It's our
yeah,
background.
same value as a t-shirt.
Yeah,
for
so
both of them.
we're estimating same value for t-shirt, and this is a nice Star Wars.
I do have to admit though, I do like the SciFi Block t-shirts a little better.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, I mean, you can see for yourself, right? A lot of it's personal preference.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you like this, we're going back to doing a little bit more of the comparison stuff because we've got the opportunity.
Yeah, because we think that's where we can add some value to the videos instead of just opening it and going, this is free stuff that other people have chosen, and we're just going to go, oh, look, free stuff. This is where we can actually hopefully give you guys more of a reason to watch.
So if you like the stuff you want to order for yourself, there's links in the description, and they're actually affiliate links, so we could generate a little bit of income. If we generate enough sales, what we're probably going to do with the money is to maybe buy a few other blocks or boxes that aren't sending to us and do more of this kind of
Comparison.
Academic stuff.
So the money that we're getting is probably going to be going back into giving us a little bit more work. So if you want more videos and you want us to not suffer, because we love getting these and we love opening them and we love making the videos too, but if you want us to do a little more work, put a little more effort into it, then yeah, sign up for us.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys.
We'll see you guys next time. Komoda.